Most people give up not because they're beaten, but because they've grown cozy. They halt when weary. They halt when uninterested. But here's the fact: achievement doesn't register your feelings. It only notices one thing: your presence. When your thoughts shout, "Halt," that's when you drive yourself to advance. That's where the shift starts. In just a bit, you'll discover precisely how to break through barriers, mute your justifications, and condition your thinking to become invincible. If you're weary of rebooting, it's time to master completion. It begins with the choice to proceed. You are at a fork in your existence. Before you lie two ways, one returning to ease, protection, and all you've ever recognized. The other leads into the undiscovered, toward visions not yet fulfilled, aims not yet met, and a self not yet awakened. I understand the allure to withdraw. The trail behind you is made of the familiar. It's edged with voices that will urge you to remain where it's secure. Avoid chances they'll advise. Be sensible. Stay cautious. But expansion doesn't dwell there. It thrives on the route forward, the way packed with tests, insights, and at times even agony. But it is also the course of promise, of forward motion, of excellence. Every individual you've ever respected stood right where you stand now. They weren't fearless. They weren't sure. They were merely prepared to chance loss, prepared to journey solo, prepared to press on despite the dread. A celebrated leader's route wasn't a direct line to excellence. It was scared by numerous losses in commerce, in polls, in living. He missed positions. He missed dear ones. He missed elections. Repeatedly he heard refusal, but he declined to let those losses label him. He persisted, and that lone option to persist shaped the fate of a country. He isn't solitary. Behind every individual of high attainment is a trace of difficulty. The authors whose works were dismissed many times, the venture creators who faced collapse before they erected kingdoms, the competitors who prepared in quiet long before anyone learned their identity. What distinguishes them isn't fortune or brilliance. It's an option, the option to proceed. You must create that same option now. You must choose that regardless of how tough it becomes. You shall not cease. That regardless of how loud your thinking yells for you to retreat. You'll continue placing one foot before the next, because the way forward, though arduous and unclear, contains the existence you seek. You don't expand by evading the flame. You expand by traversing it. You gain strength by tilting into unease, by accepting refusal, by getting up anew each time you're leveled. Agony isn't your foe. It's your coach. It dissolves what's feeble and constructs what's potent inside you. This is your instant. This is where your alteration starts. Not in coziness, but in trial. Not in security, but in effort. Choose now. Choose that you're through acting tiny. Choose that you're deserving of greater. That your visions aren't silly. That your aims aren't excessive. That you aren't too damaged. The globe doesn't require more people concealing. It needs more people ascending. And you currently possess the opening to ascend, to advance despite the dread, to abandon the life that no longer fits you and enter one that requires more, yet provides immensely more in exchange. So take the stride, even if your legs wobble, even if your tone quivers, even if you're the sole one who trusts in you currently, take the stride. Because this exact spot right now is where all altars To specify your mission plainly, to keep advancing, you must understand precisely why you're moving ahead. Not hazily, not eventually, not perhaps, but plainly, profoundly, and without delay. Your mission is the energy that drives your voyage. It's what propels you when all else seems weighty. When the globe says halt, mission murmurs advance. Lacking it, even minor trials feel like peaks. But when your mission glows intensely, you can traverse flame and exit tougher. Mission converts agony into headway. It grants sense to the offering. It changes effort into expansion. Lacking a solid reason, the trek will overwhelm you. With it, the identical trek will shape you. A prominent social justice figure didn't walk through towns, give addresses, and confront hostility because it was simple. He did it because he understood what he represented. He understood where he was headed. His vision of fairness wasn't a desire. It was a duty. Each term he uttered, each stride he made was directed by an immovable sharpness of mission. That sharpness shifted multitudes. It ignited a flame in the cores of others because mission spreads. When someone moves with certainty, individuals observe, they heed, they join. You hold that identical force within you, but first you must outline it. Ask yourself, what excites me? What issue flares in my core to address? What imprint do I wish to leave behind? What effect do I wish to generate in this world? Let the replies be genuine. Let them be sincere. Don't accept unclear targets or adopted visions. Become truthful, become exact, and once you've uncovered the solution, record it. Not once, not only in your head. Place it on sheets, on your partition, in your notebook, wherever you'll view it frequently. Read it when you're exhausted. Repeat it when you're scared. Revisit it when uncertainty invades. Mission isn't a single flash. It's an everyday blaze you must maintain lit. When the route becomes difficult, mission will keep you progressing. When you're lured to surrender, mission will recall why you commenced. It will become your guide when you feel adrift, your support when tempests strike, your shield when the globe resists. This isn't about inspiration. Inspiration diminishes, mission remains. Inspiration is noisy but brief. Mission is silent but lasting. Outline it. Repeat it. Protect it. Your mission isn't just a sentence. It's your guiding light. It's the cause your tale counts. The cause you were granted this existence. It's not located in comfort. It's located in the instance you doubt all, yet opt to continue. There's distinction within you, but it won't expose itself until your mission becomes distinct. Solely then will your strides obtain sense. Solely then will your deeds match with fate. The globe doesn't require more individuals merely surviving. It requires individuals ignited with mission. Individuals who know why they arise, why they struggle, why they decline to stop. So pose the inquiries. Explore your essence. Locate your reality. And once you do, never release it. Let your mission draw you ahead, stride by stride, day by day, until the existence you've pictured becomes the existence you inhabit. Establish firm objectives and markers. Objectives provide your vision form. Without them, even the bravest sight fades into the backdrop of regular interruptions. A vision without route is like a vessel without a navigator, drifting, mislaid, and ultimately ignored. But when you describe clear, practical objectives, you provide your vision a backbone, a structure, a track. You start to convert likelihood into certainty. Objectives aren't just desires recorded. They are pledges to yourself, They are announcements that you won't abandon your tomorrow to luck, that you won't sit idle and wish. You will shift. You will construct. You will ascend. The past has revealed us what becomes feasible when sight is matched with exactness. The lunar arrival wasn't attained in one bound. It started with a sight, but it was made alive through defined, quantifiable phases. Each computation, each trial, each expedition became an objective. And individually, those objectives built the passage from our world to the moon. That identical force resides in you. Begin now, not later. Not when situations are ideal. Currently, record your objectives, not in your mind, but on sheets, on your wall, in your diary. Make them tangible. Make them visible. Don't accept ambiguous intentions or theoretical hopes. Become clear about what you desire, when you desire it, and why it counts. Your objectives should test you, propel you ahead, and stay profoundly linked to your mission. With clarity and route, you start to view the track. You start to behave with purpose. Split your bigger goals into markers, distinct points that keep you rooted and concentrated. With each marker you achieve, you construct faith in yourself. You start to grasp that headway isn't a fantasy. It's occurring step by step, choice by choice. Every minor win counts. Honor it. Let it remind you that you aren't fixed. You are shifting. You are developing. This is how metamorphosis occurs, not by jumps, but by strides, not by disorder, but by order. When your objectives are clear, your deeds follow. You cease roaming. You start constructing. You cease responding. You start guiding. There will be days when the vision seems remote, when the load of the labor feels excessive. That's when your objectives rescue you. They draw you back. They recall why you started. They give you something solid to stand upon. This isn't about being flawless. It's about being devoted. It's about appearing day after day, stride after stride, until your existence starts to mirror your sight. Imagine largely, constantly, but fasten that vision in regular movement. Begin. Stay determined. Reject to cease. Because when objectives steer your voyage, your vision is no longer a wish. It becomes your arrival point. And each objective you set, each marker you reach, each stride you make, brings that vision to life. So start now. Pick one objective, one deed, one stride, and start the voyage that converts your sight into actuality. Remain devoted despite disapproval. There arrives a point in every endeavor, in every bold vision, where the tones of the globe start to increase. Some may murmur in warning, others yell in skepticism. The sound may differ, but the core stays identical uncertainty. And frequently this uncertainty doesn't originate from ill will, but from dread of the unfamiliar, of the unproven, of the unusual. Yet it is this exact route, this unsure way, that leads to distinction. The reality is, disapproval and uncertainty from others can disrupt even the most powerful goals, but only if you let it. A trailblazing researcher dared to oppose the accepted views of his period. He peered through a lens and observed a cosmos that declined to circle our planet. His discoveries endangered the very basis of recognized wisdom. For this he was sentenced, quieted and set aside by those too scared to face the truth. And yet his sight lasted. Ages later, his name gleams, while his detractors have dissolved into the shadows of history. An innovative physicist, too, encountered intense opposition. His notions curved the very texture of science and smashed the limits of traditional comprehension. His ideas were mocked before they were admired. But he didn't hesitate. He relied on the clarity of his reflection more than the clamor of his critics. And now the globe honors not those who ridiculed him, but the genius that changed science forever. From these existences we learn a simple yet powerful lesson. The assessment of others is often a mirror of their restrictions, not your capacity. When individuals doubt your rote, it's generally because they can't view what you view. Their sight is limited by the borders of their encounter, while yours extends beyond. If you relinquish your visions to their uncertainty, you exchange endless opportunity for limited dread. You must thus cultivate the control to distinguish useful critique from damaging commotion. One hones your blade, the other tries to blunt your spirit. Accept the first. Let it improve your skill, bolster your will, and show you the unseen areas you've yet to notice. But for the second, disregard it, discard it like dirt in the breeze, for it seeks not your development, but your capitulation. Devotion amid disapproval is among the highest types of bravery. It's simple to stand erect when the mass acclaims you, but to keep stepping when they chuckle, to keep constructing when they taunt, to keep trusting when they question, that's the sign of the steadfast. That's the mark of the seer. Let their uncertainty be the background to your resolve. Let their disbelief feed your blaze. In time, your outcomes will quiet their opposition. Your headway will address their queries. Your triumph will be the reverberation of your endurance. Grasp this. No major alteration ever emerged without opposition. No revolutionary notion ever stepped through the globe unchallenged. But the globe alters not because individuals adopt something new, but because someone dares to endure despite denial. You must be that someone. So stand solid in your sight. Bear it not like a delicate wish, but like a holy beacon. Guard it from the gusts of uncertainty and nourish it with the air of trust. For one day, those who questioned you will no longer recall why, but the globe will recall you, the one who remained loyal, the one who didn't bend, the one who changed opposition into respect. That's your force, and it's stronger than any detractor's tone could ever be. Persistently adjust and develop. In your chase of triumph, you might have envisioned the voyage as a direct route, clear, foreseeable, and simple to trace. But existence rarely functions that manner. It bends, it turns, and it tosses hurdles into your route when you least anticipate them. And in those instants, existence doesn't honor the inflexible or the unbending. It honors you only if you're adjustable. Adjustability isn't a luxury you can manage to overlook. It's vital. It's what lets you prosper when others waver. When arenas change, when designs fail, when bonds change, you must change too. What succeeded yesterday might be outdated tomorrow. So ask yourself, will you modify or will you be forgotten? A distinguished national leader and previous commander. He wasn't merely a combat chief. He was a far-sighted political personality who grasped the worth of tactical pliancy. As leader, he faced a swiftly shifting globe. The international strains, atomic worries, communal turmoil, and changing financial bonds. Instead of depending solely on army strength or biased belief, he took an even, practical method to guidance. He led the formation of an enormous national roadway network, not just as a building task, but as a critical national security step. He broadened societal schemes and kept financial equilibrium while maintaining the national budget controlled, a sensitive balance between advancement and firmness. And when confronted with the growth of political radicalism, he steered cautiously, selecting to protect democratic ideals without encouraging additional split. His intelligence lay not in stiffness, but in his capacity to adjust policy to the moment, to the needs of a changing people. You must learn to shift like that, to flex without snapping, to stay in movement when the globe tries to trap you. Be ready to discard and relearn. Constantly pursue understanding. Widen your ability set. Don't grip a technique that no longer assists you. If a plan flops, don't see it as a dead stop. See it as a sign to alter path. Your ideals are your foundation, yes, but your plan must be pliable. There's no intelligence in rushing into a barrier when you could walk around it. Real might is knowing when to swivel, when to adjust, and when to strike from a fresh direction. Too many individuals confuse obstinacy for endurance. They wear their rejection to change like a medal of pride. But you know better. You know that adjustability isn't feebleness. It's intellect. It states, I won't be chained to the old manner. I'm pledged to the result, not the outdated technique. So stay attentive, but stay pliant. The gusts of existence will alter, new trials will emerge. Let your sails modify, let your outlook advance, because existence won't stop to grant you time. It will keep shifting. And your only option is whether you will shift with it or be brushed away. Don't dread the alterations. Welcome them. Step into the strange with assurance. Understand that your capacity to adjust is your might. It is what will divide you from the remainder. In a globe that continually changes, it isn't the sturdiest who flourish. It's those like you who are ready to change. If you can dominate this ability, you won't simply endure, you will mold the future. You won't be crushed by life's tests. You will become the energy that converts them into prospect. Cultivate immovable self-trust. Self-trust is the foundation of triumph. Without it, each stride forward seems unsure. Each trial seems weightier than it truly is. Without it, uncertainty seeps in, freezing headway and turning potential into remorse. But with self-trust, you become immovable. You shift with aim. You talk with assurance. You behave without delay. Trials don't vanish, but they no longer break you. Instead, they construct you. A mythical fighter once announced, I am the finest. To many, it sounded like vanity, but to those who grasped, it was lucidity. It was might. It was a man who knew, long before the globe did, that excellence lives first in the mind. He wasn't born the finest, he became the finest, because he trusted he was. That trust became his protection in the arena and his mooring outside it. Through each stumble, each conflict, each tempest, his self-trust never shook. You must construct the identical. Not a shallow certainty, not a brief surge, but a profound, steady trust in who you are and what you're able to become. This trust starts with your terms. Your mind listens. It soaks all you utter about yourself. If you utter dread, it will expand. If you utter might, it will ascend. So utter power daily, unrelentingly. Tell yourself, I am able. I am deserving. I am growing tougher each day. Not because you're acting, but because you're developing. Repetition engraves reality. And the more you confirm your value, the more your mind begins to trust it. But don't pause there. Demonstrate it to yourself. View your past. View the tempests you've already endured, the moments you felt shattered, yet continued, the instants you didn't believe you'd make it, yet here you are. Each win, however minor, is evidence. Evidence that you have what's needed. Evidence that you're tougher than you believe. Collect those moments. Recall them. Let them become the base of your confidence. Then carry that trust into your deeds. Stand erect, shoulders back, gaze forward. Speak as if each term holds weight. Behave as if triumph is already yours. Because when you shift like you trust, the globe starts to reply. Doors unlock. Chances show up. Not due to fortune, but because self-trust modifies reality. You're not awaiting approval. You're not requesting authorization. You are asserting what's already within you. Every icon you admire started here, not with cheers, not with gift alone, but with trust, silent, steady, and immovable. This isn't pride. This isn't illusion. This is truth voiced before it becomes seen. You will be questioned. You will trip, but your trust must remain. Not because you're flawless, but because you're persistent. So coach your mind. Nourish it might. Deprive it of uncertainty. Encircle yourself with terms, individuals, and deeds that strengthen who you're becoming. Utter your wins into being, and when dread rises, meet it with the blaze of trust. The globe can't halt someone who rejects to cease. Someone who trusts so profoundly in their mission, their capacity, and their force that nothing can shake them. Be that individual, build that trust, and observe the globe move to meet you. Employ the force of endurance. Life has a strange manner of testing each measure of might inside us. It doesn't ask for our consent before it sends tempests our direction. It just does. And when it does, it isn't the easiest route that determines our destiny, but the inner might we call upon in the gloomiest of times. This might, my companion, is endurance. It is the unseen, steady energy that raises a person when the globe believes they'll stay down. It's the silent resolve in the core that murmurs, "Try anew," when collapse yells, "Cease." History is plentiful in its examples, but one that stands as a towering witness is that of a productive creator. Envision thousands upon thousands of tries, all seemingly leading nowhere. The globe would have sneered. The critics would have giggled. Even close companions might have given compassionate guidance to abandon all. And yet, he stood firm. He didn't view each unsuccessful try as a loss, but as an insight. "I haven't collapsed," he once said. "I've just discovered 10,000 manners that won't function." These weren't simple terms. They were the war shouts of a man who understood that each setback was merely a stride ahead in camouflage. What he practiced wasn't sightless doggedness. It was a viewpoint of endurance. He didn't damn the gloom. He pursued the light. He didn't dislike the fight. He welcomed it as the forge in which distinction is formed. That's the insight existence gives us through such figures to see hindrances not as blockades, but as essential gateways. Trials aren't penalty, they are readiness. Each test, each letdown, each instant of gloom is carving us, whittling off the extra to reveal the fighter inside. And so when you find yourself fatigued, when your vision seems distant and the load of the globe pushes upon your chest, stop, but don't withdraw. Instead, remind yourself this agony isn't the finish. It's the start of your expansion, the sinews of the mind, the might of the spirit, and the bravery of the core. They are all built through opposition. You sharpen your talents not in moments of simplicity, but in the flames of hardship. Wisdom isn't distributed in times of delight. It's gained through the spirit grappling with difficulty. You must start to anticipate opposition and more significantly respect it, for it's opposition that constructs endurance. It's through tumbling that we learn to ascend, and it's through ascending anew and anew that we become indestructible. Recall, endurance isn't about flawlessness. It isn't about a perfect rote or a record untouched by loss. It's about the bravery to stand up each single time you tumble. It's about selecting hope over gloom, endeavor over indifference, and faith over dread. The enduring individual doesn't await existence to be simple. They expand tougher because it's arduous. So let the globe test you, let it toss what it may. For each time you ascend from the remains, you don't come back the same. You come back shrewder, tougher, more equipped. That's the mystery. Each setback is a preparation for your next victory. Ascend anew and anew until ascending becomes your essence, and nothing, not even existence itself, can hold you down for extended. Command your outlook. Your outlook directs your tomorrow. This isn't just an inspiring sentence. It is a basic fact of existence. Each notion you foster, each conviction you welcome, and each viewpoint you embrace becomes the filter through which you see the globe and ultimately the chart you track. If that filter is misted with negativity, uncertainty, and constraint, then each chance will show as a danger. Each setback will seem like the conclusion. But if that filter is buffed with positivity, endurance, and a conviction in advancement, then even the murkiest routes start to show light. Picture your mind as a plot. In this plot, your notions are the seedlings. The outlook you carry, favorable or unfavorable, is the earth in which those seedlings sprout. You can't anticipate flowers from an earth filled with soreness and dread, but plant seedlings of bravery, thankfulness, resolve, and hope in abundant, productive earth, and the blooms of your tomorrow will flower with charm and might. You grasp entire authority over which seedlings you plant. That authority lies in your capacity to select your notions. You aren't at the compassion of your situations. You are the gardener. You decide what sprouts in the field of your existence. It starts with consciousness. Detect yourself when adverse self-conversation slinks in. Phrases like, "I can't achieve this," or "This consistently occurs to me," or "I'm not adequate enough," aren't truths. They are designs, customs of the mind, and like all customs, they can be snapped. Each instance you hear yourself planting a weed, extract it. Replace it with a seedling of chance. Start stating, "I can and I shall." State, "This trial is my instructor." State, "Even if I tumble, I shall ascend tougher." With repetition, these notions become convictions, and those convictions become the framework of your deeds. Consider the existences of those who've attained distinction. What divides them isn't fortune or a shortage of hardship. It's the manner they reflect. They've trained their minds to read fight as advancement, collapse as reaction, and doubt as venture. They've mastered their internal world so they can ascend in the external one. You must start to do the identical. Nourish your mind with motivation. Read the tales of those who bore and arose. Encircle yourself with voices and surroundings that mirror who you wish to become, not who you were. Address yourself with the identical support you would provide someone you cherish, because you are someone worthy of affection and worthy of conviction. Let your mind become your strongest partner, not your biggest wrecker. When the tempests of existence land, and they will, your outlook will decide whether you're rinsed away or whether you ascend, drenched but unbeaten. Triumph, after all, isn't solely about external attainment. It's first and foremost about internal control. This is the quiet secret of all those who win over the long haul. They don't just erect enterprises, families, or realms. They erect internal strongholds. They grow calm in turmoil, lucidity in puzzle, and conviction in the front of dread. Their existences aren't ideal, but their viewpoint lets them advance through what they undergo. So seize control of your mind now. Cease awaiting the globe to alter, and start by altering your notions. Instead of replying, start creating. Instead of desiring, start doing. Instead of doubting, start believing. This change doesn't happen overnight. But each day, each option, each instant of consciousness strengthens your capacity to direct your existence rather than float through it. And soon you'll discover that your external world is starting to reflect the silent force you fostered inside. By commanding your outlook, you don't eradicate hardship, but you change it. You convert barriers into steps. You convert setbacks into preparations for bigger triumph. You cease inquiring, "Why me?" and start declaring, "Observe me," because a powerful mind can conquer any restriction, and a concentrated spirit can attain what once seemed unimaginable. The plot of your tomorrow is waiting. What will you select to plant now? Thoughts without motion are valueless. You may hold the most dazzling sight, the most elaborate scheme, or the most uplifting vision. But if you never shift, if you never act, then all of it dissolves into emptiness. The globe doesn't honor the ones who only reflect in vision or plan. It honors the ones who execute, the ones who arise each dawn, not just with mission in their cores, but motion in their grasp. The biggest disaster in existence isn't collapse. It's the sorrow of never having attempted. It's the silence of an unwritten volume, the lack of a melody never voiced, the void of an enterprise never constructed. Visions aren't ruined by detractors nor taken by time. They are softly entered beneath years of delay and dread. You must comprehend, triumph fits the actors, the ones who move despite dread, despite doubt. Despite the possibilities, the first stride is never ideal. It may be awkward, it may be minor, but it's the sole element that divides potential from headway. Your sight is only as potent as your readiness to take the first stride now. You don't need to see the whole stairway to start rising. You don't need everything to be arranged before you shift. Begin with what you have. Do what you can. Start where you stand, because the instant you start, force starts, and force is an energy stronger than inspiration. Motion fuels motion. Movement breeds movement. One minor stride guides to another, and soon the route starts to show itself. Motion builds certainty. With each chore you finish, regardless how minor, you instruct your mind that you are able. You train your spirit to push past opposition. You show your dread that it doesn't manage you. Each stride you take becomes a stone placed in the base of your triumph. And the more you move, the more skilled you become, not because everything becomes simple, but because you become tougher. It isn't the sporadic surge of vigor that modifies your existence. It's the steady, planned effort you bring each single day. Distinction isn't located in grand motions. It's concealed in the silent, persistent chase of a target, one motion at an instant. What you do frequently determines who you become. So move decisively. Cease awaiting the ideal moment. It doesn't exist. Situations will never be impeccable. The clock will never stop long enough for you to feel totally prepared. But preparedness isn't a necessity for movement. Devotion is. Courage is. Conviction is. These are the energies that drive motion. Each triumph tale starts not when others trust in you, but when you trust in yourself sufficiently to move, and it expands stronger with each stride you take. If you trip, ascend. If you collapse, learn. If you question, move nonetheless, because nothing alters until you alter it. No vision lives until you breathe life into it. Recall this truth. Your tomorrow hinges entirely on what you select to do now, not later, not eventually, but now. The choices you make, the chores you finish, the strides you take in this moment form the world you'll inhabit tomorrow. So take that first stride, make that contact, compose that sheet, start that undertaking, begin the voyage, and once you begin, never halt. Keep advancing, keep constructing, keep moving, because in the finish, it isn't the thoughts you held, but the motions you took that determine your heritage.